Hi, and welcome back to knife building. Now we're going to do something a little different. Well, like I did to start with, we're going to build a knife. We're going to make one. I've took the liberty of cutting it out and drilling the holes in it and everything else like this. Turn the handle. This is going to be a prototype of a survivor knife. Now I'm going to do things on it and everything. The shape and the handles pretty much worked out the way I'm going to do it. Where's the other one at? I had it laying here somewhere. Anyway, I put it down when I went to go get laser, I guess. But anyway, this is a little bit bigger version of it, of the one that I done. There's going to be a small point up here on the top that gets sharpened. All this down here will be sharpened with a skinny grind or saber, a short grind. Same way with this. They'll have right in this area right in here, the start of the handle where your thumb goes, right there. There will be some jimping, and pretty aggressive jimping, and so you can hold on to it. Okay. Then there's going to be an area on it that I'm going to leave. I'm going to put the hamon on it. Naturally, I do that with all of them, just for the sake of doing it, and it makes them a little softer on top and a little better on that for shock absorption. So, anyway, there's going to be from the jimping forward to where the knife starts. There's going to be a super hardened spot that I'm not going to put any kind of refractory on and let it go. And then, matter of fact, when I put it in, if I don't forget it, put it in the temper oven, I may cover this area right here up, so it'll help insulate that and leave it harder than the middle and everything, and harder than the edge, hopefully. And that'll be for starting a fire with. Flint. This will be your steel. It's 1095 high carbon steel, and a piece of charcoal, and a piece of chert or whatever kind of rock, flint, if you can find it. Anything that's what, a 6 on the hardness scale, something like that. I posted it once before on the first knife build that I done, bringing you along, and when I tempered and tested it, and I didn't know what I know now. So anyway, that was, it's still here. It's what I got to prove to me that my knives fail if put in the right circumstance. Here it is. Here's the knife that, that this is going to be a bigger version than this. This one right here was a prototype. I like it. It's a little short. The holes don't exactly line up right the way I wanted them to. I mean, when you put them so far down from the top and it's curved, and it's a little, they curve and they don't line up with this. This hole, the front hole and the back hole don't line up. They do on this one. These are bigger than this one. This is your lanyard hole. When we get a little further in on it, I will explain and show you how this concept. This is going to be a proof of concept knife. I'm going to check it out. Everything that I want built into it, I'm going to check it out and make sure that it works. And I'm pretty rough on a knife now. I mean, especially one that I do a proof of concept in. And once I tear it up, I guess, or try to break it, and if it takes me, then I believe it'll take the average Joe out there, the deer hunter, the elk hunter, the survivalist, anybody, emergency situation and everything. The only thing I don't know that I will find a spot on there to put a seatbelt slicer on it or not. I've thought about it, and I figured that it's probably, since it's going to be sharp on the bottom and on the top, that would probably be, if you could get to it, if it's on your side and you could get to it, either one of them would work to get rid of the seat belt, because I will sharpen them good and everything. I just bought a brand new diamond stone. I've left it in the house. I don't want to bring it out here and get it all full of everything that I get it from. So when the final sharpening time comes, I take them in the house, nice and clean, set it in there, and do. So anyway, for the last couple of days, I've just been piddling around the shop here. I hadn't really done a whole lot of cleaning, other than I done the lapping on this. You know, I added a lot of holes to it right there. Added this shelf right here so that I can set a knife on it and, you know, work on it a little better. And then I'll lap the bottom of it nice and flat. Don't let nobody kid you. The angle iron is not flat and it's not square. It's put out there. It's close, but like I said, they extrude this stuff, and as it cools, the sides will wave just a little bit, and they'll have slag pockets in it. This whole area right here on this thing was a slag pocket. They still got some of the holes in there, but you'd roll that slag out right in here, and it'd scratch it all the way through, being rolled, you know, on the concrete block, on the granite block there. Not concrete. I don't know what I'm thinking about. But anyway, I've lapped this thing, lapped it for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, just a little bit at a time. I take all my little shoulder to give me, and I made me a box made me a little platform here to leave it in, so it don't get scratched up. I lined it with leather, so anyway, so I can set it down in there. As long as I keep the leather clean, keep this in there and a little bit of oil on it, it'll be just fine. And so anyway, another little odds and ends that I'm doing. I'm gonna start, well, I've checked into it. I think I'm gonna make a few of the center scribes for running down the blade, running down the edge, and finding the center of this. Once you do the math and then set this little tool right here, I don't know if you can see it or not clearly, but it's an aluminum block with that in it. It's got a tool steel, actually it's a little bitty Allen wrench, so that I cut and drove down in that 1/16 hole there, and I put it in there with a touch of Loctite so that it will stay in there. And it's a 1/4 inch. This 1/4 inch brass rod is 3 inches long, and this is back 3/16 from the edge or everything. You can do 2 inches fairly good. It really works good. Everything, it works real good. I shined it up, fire polished it up, and give a little mirror edge on it. This one right here, I'm going to do a giveaway. I get 50 subscribers. They don't have to be Patreon and pledge money to me or anything else like it. If you want to do that, I do have a Patreon page. It's patreon.com/Bobby Shields, and that is if you want to. I'm not asking nobody to do it unless they just want to. So, but I know a lot of people, they make their living doing this, and mine's knives. But anyway, this little sucker right here, I will give this away. Well, I will have my granddaughter, she's 12 years old, pick after I get 50 subscribers. So like, share, give this to all your friends, invite all your friends over to watch and learn and see me, you know, just stumble my way through all this. I'm not a public speaker or anything else, and I'm not a videographer, but I try to make dang good knives. I mean, real good. My products, when I let them out, I would be proud to carry them, or I won't let them out. I had one sold. It's one of my little Chihuahuas. Oh boy, he was just dancing to get it. He loved it. I mean, he loved it. And I wouldn't let him have it. Wasn't because I didn't want the money. It's because the handle was cracked. got a pin placement just a little too far back, and I overpined it. That's the only thing I could figure, because it was glued to scales, to liners, to cherry wood liners. So anyway, I overpined it, and when it got out, I had it cool, and when I put it in a good hot truck and then took it out where it's good and cold, it cracked. I wouldn't let him have it. I told him no. Nope. He could have any other ones he wanted, but not that one, when I seen it. And he liked to cry. But anyway, he wanted the knife, so I'm going to fix it and take it back and see if he still wants it. I'm going to put new scales on it and fix it up real good. And I'll move my pen forward just a little bit more and try not to pin it so hard this time. I usually always try to pin my pens so they'll swell up in there, so there's no way that they can actually come loose from the handles, because they're pinned and swelled just a little bit. And the handle, the swelled part on the pen won't go either way, won't go right or left on it, so they stay on. And you know, you could probably pin them on and not use any glue, and they'd probably stay on forever. I mean, they'd be more likely to break, but anyway. But I use the epoxy and the pins, but that's what I mean by not letting these knives go. I mean, till they're right and everything. You know, this one right here's not been heat treated or anything yet, and it's at the proper stage that it should go to the. I might hit it down just a little bit more and shine up these just a little bit, but you know, you sand it real good, you put it in the heat treat, it does scale, especially when you put the refractory cement on there for your Hamon. Then it all scales up. So you know, if you take it to 220 or whatever this belt is, I'll go one belt a little bit finer, take it to that, and you're fine, because there's no use wasting sandpaper and doing the job twice. Now, there's a lot of people love hand sanding. I hate it with a passion, but it's it's a necessary evil, and I don't mind it that much. I mean, I'd rather be fishing than hand sanding, but still, you know, and people in their right mind go that way too. So, but there's no use of doing it twice, I found. Now, I mean, somebody else may disagree with me, but that's what I found, more or less. That after you do all that, you still have to go back with 120 grit and knock off all the scales and everything else on it. Because if you put it on a belt with all that stuff on there, it just eats your belts up. So sandpaper is a little bit cheaper than the belts, and you don't have to worry about slipping and doing everything and running your angles. So once I get it ground, maybe I'll go back over it one more time. Not thin it down none, just shine it up a little bit, get it ready for that. I'm not going to Hamon this one. I'm going to do some jimping on it right in here before I go. And I might. And let me think on this one for a little bit. But anyway, this is going to be a proof. This is going to be the proof of concept. This started out to be. This is now. So anyway, so I'm going to get on this and work on it just a little bit there. I've just done this ahead of time, cut it out. You've seen me cut out with laser, you know, dozens of knives, and you've seen me drill holes, or you've seen people drill holes. I mean, it's just like watching paint dry. It's the same thing over and over and over again, just several times. Now, when I've ordered some bearings, some little bitty seal bearings that I'm going to wait on before I finish this knife. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue to work on these and post as many videos as I can. Sometimes I get long-winded and don't know how to cut myself off. But anyway, and these videos take me 2 or 3 days to upload. My computer's slow and old. I think it was, probably first or second load over on the arc, you know. Mine was. I'm not sure on that. Still running Windows 1, I think. It's slow. And and it don't work if it shuts down or if the screen goes to sleep, and the darn thing goes to sleep every 15 minutes whether I want it to or not. So I don't know what it is with it, but one of these days I'll get me another one. Well, thanks for watching. Like I said, like, subscribe, share, hit the little notification bell if you want to, so that when I put on another video that you'll be notified of it. Everything, like I said, once we hit 50, I mean, that's not considering there's some out there that's over 1 million subscribers. You know, 50's nothing. But anyway, just to show my appreciation for everybody, this little knife maker's jig center scribe is going to be given away. Okay, that's it. So, till next time, thank you for watching. God bless. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I know you couldn't in that. But anyway, got me a new breastplate, so no more little dust masks. The jig works great. I've sanded it, shaped it, rough shaped it, and everything, and mounted it here on this. And I'm grinding away on it. This is just one edge on it. I've still got to do the other side and then the little top cleft right there. But anyway, I thought I'd show this to you and let you know what no redneck can do when he comes up with monkey tools. Monkey tool is a tool that you don't have but need, and you have to figure out a way to make it or to get the job done with what you have on hand. It's like the monkeys eating termites. They pick up a stick and run down the termite hole. Well, that's monkey tool. They found something that's not intended for that, but they made it work for that. That's my definition of monkey tool. So, alright, I'm out, so thank you, God bless.